Hello everyone. In this video lecture, we are going to discuss about differential amplifier. So our objective is to understand the operation of a differential amplifier. So first of all, we'll learn what is a differential amplifier. It is an amplifier that amplifies the difference between two signals. So far we have learned so many amplifiers where we'll give one signal as the input and that will be amplified. But here it will amplify the difference between two signals. Okay. So difference between two signals. So what sort of scenario it could be? So think of some instrumentation purpose or biomedical instrumentation or a temperature control system or something. Okay, so where we keep one as reference and in real time we'll monitor the other signal and we'll usually compare, right? So similarly you can imagine that kind of situations here. So out of the two signals we can have one signal as your reference signal. The other signal could be the real-time signal which can be fed. So that it will amplify the difference between the two signals. So accordingly your system can make some decisions. Okay, so the output voltage you get. So this will help you to make some decisions. If at all a temperature reaches above 60, you want to raise an alarm. So the output voltage can be used to raise an alarm. Or the motor has to be driven at a faster speed, then you can do it. Okay, so likely it is helping us to take some control actions in real-time industrial systems. Okay, so here what is the output voltage? Your V0 is equal to, it is the difference between the two signals V1 minus V2 and I have given it is AVOL, which is the open loop gain. Okay, so open loop gain is a high value, that is it has got no feedback, or at least you just learn, because you may not be having a good knowledge on feedbacks. At least have the thing that this value is going to be greater. Okay, so it is V1 minus V2. Now, how the signals could be combined, okay, or the combination of the signals. So, the first case we take a single ended. That means I am going to give only one input and the other input is going to be a ground. Okay. So I am going to connect one of the only to one terminal I am going to give the signal and the other terminal is been used as a reference point. Okay, so this it is called as a single ended. Okay, next, if two opposite signals, okay, so I feed two signals at the two terminals with opposite polarity, then this is called as a double ended. Okay, so this is another combination of giving an input. If both the input terminals is fed with the same signal, then it is called as common mode. Okay, so we know that if both the signals are going to be same, we saw the output equation V0 is equal to AVOL into V1 minus V2. So now V1 and V2 both are going to be one and the same. Okay, so then we expect the output to be 0. But in some cases practically it may not be 0. If it is not 0, then it will give us some error in the output which is to be corrected. Okay, next we see, so far we have seen the signals. Okay, so the signal combination. So the signal combinations, we have come across two kind of signals. One is common mode signal, that means both the input are being fed with the same signal, it is called as common mode signal. Or if both the input terminals are fed with different signals, or only one terminal you give the signal, other terminal being ground, or with the opposite polarity signals. So single ended, double ended, everything will come under the differential signal. So if your V0 is not going to be 0 in case of common mode signal, it could be because of some mismatch in your transistors, or I can say the common signal between the two terminals could be your power supply So power supply 50 hertz, we rectify and then we give it. So if at all there is any fluctuation in your power supply frequencies or something, so that could give you as a common mode signal, a noise signal, or your hum line noise, that is your 50 hertz noise. So coming to the gain, so amplifiers, we normally calculate the gain. Since it can have two set of inputs, that is common mode input or differential mode input, we are having two gains. One is differential mode gain and common mode gain. So common mode means it is the same signal at both the terminals. What could be the same thing? So both the terminals could be fed with the same power supply, because we are going to construct it only using your BJT, your differential amplifier. So something which is common in between them. Okay. So do you want that to be amplified? No. As per the definition of your differential amplifier, it should amplify only the difference between the two inputs. Okay. So the common which is available for both the signals, we need not have much gain for that. Okay. So ideally we want common mode gain to be 0. But naturally we will not have it as 0. We will have some values. Next, taking about the differential mode gain. So the differential mode gain is your single-ended or your double-ended input. So that means they are real valid signals. We want to find out the difference between them. Okay. So this gain, we want it to be as large as possible. So ideally speaking, I want it of an value, infinite value. Okay. So now this is a differential amplifier. Okay. So I am using two transistors. Don't think that it is a multi-stage. It is a single stage amplifier. And it is a type of DC coupled. We can say that it is a type of your DC coupled, because you can see that nowhere the coupling capacitors is involved at the input or at the output. So is the transistor Q1 and Q2 are biased in the active region? Yes, they are biased in the active region. You can see here, normally when we will say the transistor is biased in the active region, when base is comparatively at higher potential with reference to your emitter. Okay, at least by 0.7 the base has to be 0.7 volt, it has to be greater than the emitter voltage. Then only we will say the transistor is biased in the active region. So here you can see that though if I make my base voltage as 0, your emitter terminal is connected to minus VEE. Okay, so emitter is being connected to the negative supply. Base, it is, if you take it as ground, it is 0. So still the transistor is biased in the active region. Okay. So your Q1 and Q2 transistors, they are biased in the active region. And we don't use any coupling capacitors. So therefore, even I can give VI1, VI2, the input as DC signal also. Okay, that is what I have given here. So it does not involve any coupling capacitors, and the input could be either DC or AC. Now we will do the bias analysis of your differential amplifier. So DC bias we are going to discuss. So I have assumed, since to the base we are going to give the input signals. So let me assume that AC signal. So there, since I am doing the DC bias, let me assume that your base is being connected to the ground. Okay. So and this is how your circuit appears. Now we will write the KVL equation to find out whether your transistor is biased in the active region. Then we will get the output collector voltage and your bias voltages. Okay. Your bias current IE. So IE is equal to, you can see in this equation. Okay. So base is being grounded. And normally when the transistor, we'll assume that the transistor is biased in the active region, then the drop between your base to emitter will be 0.7, and this is minus VEE. Okay, so your IE is the current that flows through this resistor RE. So which you want to compute. So IE will be equal to, it is your emitter voltage minus of VEE divided by RE. Okay, so your base voltage, base to emitter voltage, the drop is going to be 0.7. So it becomes plus VEE minus 0.7 divided by RE. So this is your emitter current. Okay. We next assume that both the transistors are identical. So if they are identical, then current gets equally divided. So IC1 is equal to IC2 is equal to IE by 2. Okay. So that in the resistor RE, IE by 2 from Q1, IE by 2 from Q2, combinedly it produces IE current. Next, your VC1. VC1 will be equal to VCC minus IC1 RC. Okay, naturally you will get it as IC1 RC. And IC1 is nothing but IE by 2. Okay, so this is your VC1 or VCE2. Okay, so from this equations you are clear that the transistor is biased in the active region. So far whatever we have seen, if we want to summarize, differential amplifiers are the amplifiers which will amplify the difference between the two signals. And then a good differential amplifier should have a very high differential voltage gain and should have minimum common mode gain. So I have used these two textbooks to prepare this video lecture. Okay, it is Electronic Circuit Analysis and Design by Donald Niemann and Electronic Devices and Circuit Theory by Robert Boylston. Thank you.